Hello everybody, coming at you with all my might. It is Smite. How you guys doing today? Today we were out here for a ride on the YZ125, the Husqvarna te150. It's not a man's bike, that's for sure. Yeah. It's not a man's bike, but it is by far one of the most exciting bikes I've had in a long time. I got a lot of hate on it actually, and the funny thing is usually sometimes I'll get a bike that I think is gonna do great for videos and it does not turn out at all. Like when I first got my KTM 300, I thought that, man, I'm gonna get this bike, it's gonna be so popular, everybody's gonna love it, and that wasn't the case. That was not the case at all. I kind of stopped buying stuff for videos, more or less. No, yes, but actually no. I got this bike because I wanted it, and it turns out it's just great for videos because the people that know and the people that don't. So everybody looks at a 150 and they're like, wow, you're a pathetic excuse for a man riding a 150. And then everybody who actually knows are like, yeah, 150s are a heck of a lot of fun, and they're harder to ride in some situations and then easier to ride in some other ones. And I got cattywampus on that route. I gotta get straight. Everybody, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, you can't do hill climbs on a 150, you can't do hill climbs with a 125, which that's what this is equivalent to, but not. It's better than a 125 for the low end, and that's what I got it for, because I like riding in the woods and I wanted low end. But I love the sound of the 125 when you're just railing it. And there's something attacking my face. Put my shield down. I think it was inside my helmet though, so I don't think the shield is gonna really alter the trajectory of what's attacking my face. But now I gotta watch what I'm doing. No, I for real thought I just bought this bike because I wanted to buy the 150, wanted to get back to the 125 feeling, and that tree's in the middle of the path, watch it. I wanted to get back to the 125 feeling without the 125 low end and the insane power of a 300. And I've also mentioned it numerous times about how I was kind of afraid to ride the 300 to its full potential, and then you could just cheese your way out of a lot of stuff. So it gives you the opportunity to not progress as a rider. And I'm literally reiterating from other videos, but there's also things that I think of that I just want to add more of when I talk about it, so that's why we're talking about it again. So what my dad was just saying, his mount fell off, so I have to recapitulate what he's saying. So basically he's saying, like, it's almost like the 1000cc sport bikes. You know, everybody has to get a 1000cc sport bike because that's the manly bike. And then when you show up to an actual twisties or even a track, a guy on a 600 just cleans your clock because you don't know how to ride your bike. But you get in a straight in the 1000, you're walking, you know, you're just flying. But where it actually takes skill, that's where you struggle. So no, I mean, the thing is I get comments, well, maybe you should get a 450, and then I already have a 450. So I love those comments because I get that one, and then I just ask, I was like, so what am I gonna do with two 450s? Nobody has an answer because they didn't expect me to have a 450. I have noticed that quite often. And I love my 450, but let me tell you what, they're a different animal. And that's another thing. When you encounter real people, like online people think the 450s are like, everybody rides a 450 because they're the fastest and they're the best. And if you're not riding a 450, you're not a man. And then you get in the real world and you tell people, yeah, I have a 450. And they're like, oh, that's a lot of bike. Yeah. It's because to actually ride a 450 in the woods is brutal unless you have an auto clutch. And even still, unless you have a certain breed of 450, they don't handle well in the woods. They have an on and off throttle. That's what my my YZ, the issue I have with my YZ, and also the CRF 450 L, that has the same issue of on and off throttle. And then people will trash talk the 350s. That's what my dad has right there, and that's also comical too, because people are like, oh, it's only a 350. It's only a 350, but for people that are actually riding the bikes, they love them. I have not heard a single real person trash talk a 350 and say, yeah, it's not enough bike, I didn't want that. Because it's just a phenomenal bike. And much easier to ride than my YZ 450. But they all have a different breed, so to speak, of how they handle the 450s. Like nowadays, I mean, bikes are crazy nowadays, and everybody's stuck on the old bikes and how they used to act. But it's insane nowadays what these things can output. I mean, this bike it's a 150 and it has 30 horsepower. Granted, that's the same as a MX bike, YZ. But for you to pretend that 150 horsepower, to pretend that 33 horsepower is not enough, it's just kind of a joke. Everybody compares them to like the XR400. Oh, the XR400. They're not a horsepower machine at all, but they run. And that's the run as in well, sometimes it is a Honda, so they have notoriously hard starting problems. I gotta jab at the Honda boys. Of course, they couldn't get a bike with just an electric start, so. Six is a little bit too much for it. I covered my face in mud though because of the front tire. Yeah, 6 was a little too high. It was hitting him in every gear. And there we have it, folks. That was another successful ride on the Husqvarna te150 chainsaw. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, and God bless.